Hello everyone, this is JW Vincent and welcome back to LPFFTC, episode 59 of Final Fantasy II. Guys, we are continuing in our journey to grind. We're grinding a little bit more, as I assured you in the last episode that we would be. We're not getting in any fights though, what's up with that? All the time I spend complaining about random battles and now I can't get into one, what's up with that? Sergeants are nice, because they are decidedly determined. They don't waste any time running away like some other enemies, I might note. He needs to at least have his axes equipped when he's fighting. When we're killing enemies, he should have his axes equipped. At least then, so that we're not wasting our time, basically. Because leveling up his unarmed is super unimportant. I like that haste has been a spell. So Final Fantasy has not used clearly the action turn battle system, where characters' speed determines how fast they get in action. Instead, speed determines how early you move, and in turn, haste doesn't increase the number of actions you get per turn or anything like that. It just increases the number of hits you do on an auto attack. I think it's interesting that they worked it out like that. That it works out in such a fashion that I don't know. I think it's interesting that haste is such an important spell in later RPGs, and in this particular game it has an effect nothing like it has in later RPGs, because it's not... The system that makes it useful in later RPGs doesn't exist in this one. In later RPGs, haste causes you to act faster. Not just do more, but act faster. And in these games, it's just... haste makes you attack a couple extra times. Which, I mean, no shame in that. It's a good ability either way. I'm gonna cast Shell and Blink eventually. I should have done that this turn. I can do that this turn. Not Shell, Shield and Blink. I'm gonna try to raise his axe skill this time. I should have given him non-venom axes, so that I wouldn't have to worry about the poison damage. Because now I'm gonna have to spend turns casting Asuna, which isn't gonna be a problem. I mean, Asuna also needs to be leveled up, probably. Particularly in the case of Curse. Oof, he took a lot of damage there. All of their magic defense increased last time, right? Blink is at like level 5 or something. Very, very good. Very high level 4. It's still level 4. I thought it was level 5 already, but I guess not. He is not hitting Leon with these spells. Like, he's like, I don't like that guy. He only joined us because the Emperor was going to kick his tail. Oh, I didn't complain about that in the last episode, and that was like the whole point of bringing up how noble and self-sacrificing like every character was in this game. Leon's not. like the end of the world is impending, and as far as I can tell, the only reason he joins your team is because the alternative is dying to the Emperor. Like there was no big moment where they're like, where he like has this come apart about attacking his friends. No, his friends are like, Leon, this isn't you, and he's like, yes it is. Power is great. I love power. And then the Emperor shows up and says, ha, you don't have as much power as me. And then Leon's like, oh, well, I guess we're friends again, Furion. And it's like, really? That's your big redeeming moment for your fourth main character? There is no redemption? He does not get a cool comeback moment? It's just, well, there you have it. I don't like it at all. Alright, we have Blink on everyone. Let's cast Shield again. Maybe we can shield everyone. From there, we'll re-equip his axes and see how he does. We'll have him attack Furion first as a test. I'm not sure how it'll go. I do know this much. If the Emperor really hurts us with magic, I'm going to be upset, because I have cast a lot of spells on my team. Like, I have cast a lot of spells. I need to be focusing on, like, 1 or 2 support spells, and not, like, an entire kit. So, Blind is level 2. And I'd like Curse. I'd like Curse to be level 2, because I think it'll affect anything. We already shielded everyone. We already blinked everyone. We already shelled everyone. I guess this is where we wall and barrier everyone. Alright. This is where we test our Venom Axe theory. Whoops. Alright. Attack Furion, see what happens. Furion is dead. No! How? This is exactly what I expect from Leon, though. This is why he doesn't have that change of heart moment. It's just like, oh, I better side with you instead of the Emperor. It's so that you have a reason to have him attack the party during grind sessions, obviously. Canonically, the other characters should be fighting the monsters, and Leon should still be like, maybe if I kill them, I could take all their cool gear and then fight the Emperor myself. Maybe I missed something. I don't feel like I missed a story moment where it was like, oh, and Leon became a good guy because he had a change of heart. I feel like I am correct, and this is all just, well, I can't fight the Emperor, I may as well join you guys now. Shield missed the one that's being targeted by Leon. I don't know if you can stack shield. I feel like I've seen enemies do it. I won't know if I keep doing more than 700 damage per attack. He's poisoned now. She doesn't know anything useful, right? I could blind Leon, and that would cause him to miss his attacks more, but still be able to level up his axe attacks. Yeah, yeah. Attack Gus. I don't need Gus. I don't need Furion just dying. I need you to target Gus too. They both need to die. Also, this game has a lot of cool classes introduced, like, I don't know what Furion is supposed to be. I guess he's a fighter. But you get... Yosef is the... Well, no, the monk was in the first game. Okay, so all you really get is the Dragoon and the Dark Knight. But, frankly, those are 2 of the cooler classes in the Final Fantasy world. Like, why are you playing Final Fantasy if you don't want to be a Dragoon? Then you could just go play something else. Not really. Because I like Blue Mages. That's why I play Final Fantasy. I play Final Fantasy for the Blue Mage. Which, honestly, is both one of the cooler classes in Final Fantasy and one of the much more difficult to get along with classes. Because it's like, well, there it is. Your character can learn magic by getting hit, but he has to get hit with the magic and not die from it. 8-Bit Theater makes a joke on that. It's like, everyone gets a class change, right? And everyone gets really cool class change abilities. Except for Thief. Thief's class change ability is throw, and everyone's like, that's stupid. And then Thief throws people, and it's really awesome. But until you see him throw people, you also are kind of like, oh, that's kind of stupid. Like, in all honesty, when I see a character gain the ability throw, and it's like, oh, this is your new ability, I'm like, you couldn't just throw things in the first place? Really? I don't know if shield worked. I'm going to cast it again. Anyway, Thief gets throw, and it's cool. And Red Mage... What did Red Mage's class change entail? I don't remember. What I do remember is that Red Mage is technically like the ultimate class anyway, because he can change his stats. So I don't remember what Red Mage's Red Wizard upgrade was. Mimic! He learned Mimic. He can mimic any ability he sees. Right down to, in the final boss fight, he's like... And it's one of those over-exaggerated abilities. Like, this is not how it works in the Final Fantasy games at all. But he's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Black Mage, cast all of your most powerful spells. Every Apocalypse level spell you have. Cast them all. And then I'll mimic them all. What? So he learns Mimic. Fighter... Did he learn to block? Was that his big thing as the Night Class, was he learned to block? Which turns out to be the saving grace. The best ability in the game is block. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what they all are, but I remember that Thief got Throw, and Black Mage got Blue Magic. And when it's being explained to him, he's like, Blue Magic's a myth. And he's like, it's not a myth. His spirit animal guy is like, it's not a myth. And he's like, sure it is. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of, learning magic from getting hit. And he's like, yeah, but that's what you have. You can do it. You can learn magic by getting hit. He's like, oh, okay. So all I have to do is let a dragon breathe fire on me, and then I can learn to breathe fire like a dragon. And Darko. Darko's his name. The god of darkness is Darko. He's like, yes, that's how it works. And then he gets kicked in the groin by something. Something uses Goblin Punch on him, and Goblin Punch is a kick to the groin. And then he runs around like the rest of the comic strip using Goblin Punch on people. Anyway, it's a really cool idea. I like Blue Magic a lot. I just wish that it didn't have the terrible backlash of you have to be hit by the spell to learn it. I kind of wonder though, does that mean that if you have a party of blue mages, if one of your blue mages learns a spell, can he then hit your other blue mages with it and learn a spell? And them learn that spell? That would be neat. We really need to level up Shell some. That would be neat, I think. I think that would be a good touch. We still haven't cast Isuna on Furion yet. I mean, we have, but it didn't work. God, he is still not blinded. I guess I did cast, like, Wall, Shell, and the other thing on him, so, I mean, I guess it makes sense. We should be able to cast Ultima pretty safely now. Also, I don't think Leon has even hit Gus, much less hurt him significantly. I know that he's not hit him because he should have lower health than that if he had. Yeah. Yeah, I really did kind of run out of things to talk about after we blathered about 8-Bit Theater for, like, ever. Did I mention that's one of my favorite comics of all time? Marvel, DC, they got nothing on webcomics. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. There's something wrong with my brain. But I think... What are they called? Sprite comics. I think Sprite comics are fantastic. They're just the best. And part of it is that they can get away with things that a normal comic can't get away with. Like, stealing characters from video games and putting them into the comic. They can't make money off of it. But I mean, technically they can do it. And it's okay. They can make money off of advertising though, right? Like advertising on the website they can make money off of? I feel like that's right. I don't know. I don't honestly know. I don't know the legality of a lot of things. But yeah, 8-Bit Theater, good webcomic, very, very good, very nice, very fun. From nuclearpower.com. It's definitely one of the better Sprite comics out there. It's probably the best Sprite comic out there, if we're being real. You get past 8-Bit Theater, and you get things like, Is it Dave and Bob? There was a Mega Man webcomic, and I think it was Dave and Bob's Grand Adventure or something. It was pretty good. It wasn't quite 8-bit theater levels of good. I'm not quite certain what I had going on there. I meant to be casting that, and I think I had Gus attacking himself and Leon attacking Gus. That wouldn't have been good. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I had done it right and I just don't remember. Either way, like this is a 15-minute-ish grinding session right here. Pretty nifty, pretty good, pretty handy. I'll have to remember to cast Cure after the fights so that I don't waste money and potential spell levels. Leon's not hitting Gus at all. It's either because Gus's evasion is already super high and then Blink raises it more, or it's because casting Blink over and over and over again maximizes your evasion. I'm not sure which it is. If that were the case, you'd think all the shells he cast would be reducing the amount of magic damage he took significantly, but it's not really. He's still taking 305 magic damage. That's probably the best way to put skills like Shell and Blink to use, though. Because unless I'm mistaken, they're multiplicative, not just additive. It's not a flat bonus, it's a percentile bonus. So that if you have really high magic defense, and then you cast Shell, that really high magic defense is doubled. That's the way it works in Record Keeper. I think Shell is universally like that. That did do less damage, but I'm not sure if that's because he cast Shell again, or if it's just the randomness of this game, because it literally dealt... What did it deal? 70 damage less? Well, that would suggest that it had to be Shell increasing his defense, and not her missing. If it uses the same hit-miss system that Final Fantasy I used, where magic that hit got double damage, and magic that missed got normal damage. Stupid. $123, yeah, I think Shell is stacking. Which is good. It's really good, because that means that we can just cast Shell all day and get such high resistances that we'll never die. That might not actually be good, though, because that means that we would grind in here basically until we ran out of magic points. Which could also be good, because we need to gain more magic points if we're going to run an entire dungeon of end-level monsters and mini-bosses. I mean, we're going to need as many magic points as we can get our hands on. And on that note, I'm going to keep casting... Oh, you need to cast Ultima just on Gus. Thank you. Supposedly, endgame, your mages shouldn't have to auto-attack, like, ever. Like, from what I gathered, your magic points should be so high at the end of the game that Maria doesn't have to auto-attack. She can just cast her spells over and over again. Which doesn't really make sense given that spells become more expensive as the game progresses too. Like, if you want good, effective spells, you have to pay more for them. That's the way the world should work, regardless. But I'm not certain that that is how it works. No, I know that that is how it works. I'm not certain that I'm at that point where I can go through an entire dungeon casting Ultima for free. Not for free, but, you know, without worrying about the consequences. I know that I'm not, because I had to use 4 elixirs in the castle in Palamecia, and then it turned out that there wasn't a boss fight and there was no reason to use all those elixirs, but whatever. Whatever. I'm pretty sure the final boss dungeon is going to have a final boss. So I'm coming in here fully prepared for that. And now I need to hit my entire team and try to get us to that red spot That nice red point. Uh-oh. Gus is pretty freaking low. Alright. Oh, shoot! No! No. Yeah, we can fix this. We can fix this. Why is he not blinded yet, by the way? I don't know what happens if I revive him at this point. Like, I really hope he still gains all the experience he was supposed to gain. But I don't know for a fact that that's how it'll work. What's her lowest level? Bolt? Okay. I hope that doesn't kill Leon somehow. I really hope his magic defense starts out high enough for him to survive a bolt with multiple shells on him. He hit himself. Yeah, he's fine. Let's do this like this. I don't think Holy will do enough damage to kill her. Yeah, okay. But it did drop her really freaking low, so I'm glad I didn't also punch her. Because that might have killed her. Who knows? Who can really tell? That's fine. I didn't expect you to land that. Alright, everyone just attack him. Boop shadoop! Therian's magic increased. Therian's intelligence increased. Endurance. Magic. Magic points and magic. HP. Spirit. Endurance. HP. Spirit. Endurance. Magic. HP. Strength. Endurance. No axe? No axe increase? All those axe swings and no axe increase? No accuracy increase? I begin to think that accuracy isn't necessarily determined by, like, a level up system. Okay, before we run into this inn and heal, we need to heal. Ooh. Darn close to leveling up again. Lady, let me stay in your beds. 373 gil. We got 800 plus a toad and some other scroll. Aura, maybe. Yeah, I feel like we did pretty well for that one. It costs more to restore hit points than it does magic points, and that might just be because you have less magic points overall. It seems to me that magic points would technically be more valuable than hit points, but hey, whatever. Oh, that's right, these should be at the end. 5,000, 7,500, 5,000. There's an item shop in town, right? We should go ahead and visit the item shop. Because, this guy should have what I want. He does, in fact. There is no reason not to just run as many elixirs as possible. In fact, I can't afford this. Hang on, I can fix that. Don't need this. Don't need this. No, I said I wasn't going to sell them, but now that I'm thinking about it, I need that inventory space. Don't need this. Don't need this. These two, though... Okay, don't need this. Don't need this. I'm close to being able to afford one more elixir. I don't want to get rid of those Phoenix Downs in case something happens to Gus and Furion. In which case I would need some other source of life. If I sell both of those, it still won't give me enough for an elixir, so whatever. Now, let me make sure... Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Right. I can't keep track of how many digits are in there without commas. I need commas in my numbers with more than 4 digits. Okay, guys. Well, look at that. It's 2 episodes down, only 3 fights in 2 episodes. And, we're not gaining quite as many hit points as I wanted, but we are gaining hit points, so there you go. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you felt about this grind session. As always, this has been JW Vincent, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you didn't, leave a comment anyway. Let me know what I can improve on, and be certain to click my icon in the upper right to subscribe for more upcoming content. I upload multiple Let's Play videos daily. In fact, there's another one right there in the bottom left corner. For more on this series, be sure to check out the playlist in the bottom right corner. Have a great day!